Now the next question comes, government company, how the auditor shall be appointed. ठीक है, सो आप सभी को पता होगा, फर्स्ट ऑडिटर CAG फर्स्ट, कैजुअल वैकेंसी CAG फर्स्ट. So how can it be like it is regular auditor, CAG doesn't come to picture first? In fact, on the failure, others are not given the chance. No board, no members. So if I'm telling you that government company, let's say BSNL you take, BHEL you take, ONGC you take, only CAG has the right to appoint the auditor. So over here आपको क्या याद रखना है, that within what time he will be appointed. So guys, एक सीधी सी बात है, गवर्नमेंट कंपनी, alright, CAG will appoint within what time? So 180 days from the beginning of financial year. From the beginning of financial year, CAG will appoint within 180 days from the beginning of the financial year. So assume guys, it is suppose 1st April 2022 at 180 days. 180 days means approximately I would say 6 months. So for 1st April 2022, apply the 180 days, 6 months, it is coming to somewhere around 1st October. So 30th September generally is the last date on or before which you have to appoint. Now the man who is appointed within this period will do the audit of 31st March 2023. So financial year period will be 1st April 2022 to 31st. So you understand, within first 6 months he will be appointed. Within remaining 6 months he will carry on what? His audit thing. And once he does this, his report will be placed in the annual general meeting. 23-24 new auditor will come. So guys, a bit देखो बहुत बड़ा, whenever you are, let's say, IRS officer and you join the government department as a lawmaker, what you should consider, मैं आपको एक वो चीज बताना चाहता हूँ. When you read this subsection 1, what are the contents? Look at this. Subject to the provisions of this chapter, every company लिखा है. So when you go to the literal interpretation, every company, it includes the government company also. So one of the arguments comes from your side is, sir, if it is written every company, it also includes the government company. So whatever provisions are provided here, it also applicable to government company also. So here it is written that auditor will be appointed from the conclusion of the first general meeting to the conclusion of the 6th AGM. So these provisions are also applicable to government company also. So I think this counter has a very good substance, very good point. Every company लिखा है. It is not written that only non-government company. क्या लिखा है भाई? Every company. So why I should not implement these provisions to government company? No, because when you come to government audit topic, and it is, wait, exactly. Do you know what makes this difference? When you read subsection 5, ये सब पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं बेटा, इतना पढ़ लो. जस्ट इसी की वजह से इट इज गेटिंग द ओवरराइडिंग पावर. ओवरराइडिंग समझे, जो सुपरसीड भी बोल सकते हैं उसको. Notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, so whatever written in subsection 1, it doesn't apply to this. That means comparatively you have to apply subsection 5 first and forget about what is written in subsection 1. Make sense or not? And here it is written that the CAG of India shall, in respect of the particular financial year, appoint an auditor duly qualified to be appointed as an auditor of the companies under this act within a period of 180 days. Within a period of 180 days. 180 days. अब आपको बता दूं बेटा, yeah, and from the commencement of the financial year, who shall hold the office till the conclusion of next AGM. तो वो काफी कॉमन बात है. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे क्या कंफ्यूजन हुई उसको हम बात करेंगे. यहाँ पे ये लिखा है, ये मुझे काफी पसंद आया. यहाँ पे what is mentioned here? It is mentioned that an auditor duly qualified to be appointed as the auditor of the companies. अच्छा, ये इस सेंटेंस का मतलब क्या हुआ? मतलब what's the meaning of this sentence? It is okay, section 141. When you just come down here, it is written section 141. So look at what is written about the 141. 141 talks about the eligibility qualifications of the auditor and disqualifications also. And when you read, my dear students, the qualifications, it is written that he shall be chartered accountant in practice. So just by putting this sentence in the law, can I say that government of India has tried to protect the interest of chartered accountants by saying that no matter your CAG, but hey CAG, whenever you are trying to appoint auditor, you must have to choose any one of the chartered accountants.
So he must be practicing law.
Obviously, he should be qualified to be appointed as the auditor of the company. So qualification may not only CA plus practicing, either as individual or as a firm. You can. So guys, even if they are CAG, but they can't live without CA. तो ये बात है. In fact, every year ICAI is taking the CA's data who is willing to go for or apply for the government. In fact, let me tell you about my firm. My firm is very small size, so उतनी बड़ी नहीं है. My partner is taking care of, and I'm here. Some client things I'm handling from here. अभी ब्रेक में एक कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेशन का काम आया, अब उसके ऊपर हम अपना दिमाग डालेंगे. बात ये है कि till this time we have not planned to go for the governmental audits, but now this time we want to. So right now I have a partnership firm, so my strategy is let's convert this to LLP. कहाँ पे कन्वर्ट कर लो? उसको LLP में कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे. एक बार GST फिर से अप्लाई कर लेंगे, पैन नंबर फिर से आएगा. And now in the name of LLP is stating that our partners do have the experience of the 13 years. We will apply there. We will apply there. Let's see whether we will get anything or not. Okay? But if I got something like, no matter how small the audit is, आएगा मजा, बहुत आएगा मजा उसमें, बहुत मजा आएगा in detail. Okay, have you understood? Long back, I guess there was a question in audit subject. I don't know whether you've learned this or not, but let me tell you what happened is in section 143 we are going to learn, because this provision is clashing with that provision. I think Chetan has some idea. Yes, tell me. Huh? Exactly. The first is about the duty of the auditor, because in the government audit, CAG will prescribe your domains, what to audit, what not to audit. Are you getting me? So your powers are defined by the CAG. अब सबसे बड़ी बात समझो, there is one question in audit subject. चलो मैं आपका टेस्ट लेता हूँ कि आपने ऑडिट कितनी पढ़ी है अभी तक. भावना की शक्ल देखो. The question is, CAG has appointed, let's say here, Mr. Paras as the government auditor in the government company. He went over there. He audited a few couple of things. and it is his duty to submit that report to CAG, and CAG will decide whether to include that report to the main audit report or not. Because come on guys, you say BSNL auditor, तो BSNL का audit नहीं होता, actually BSNL is getting audited because CAG is auditing the entire telecommunication industry, telecommunication department. Are you getting me? So guys, there would be a one single audit report for the telecommunication ministry where BSNL is one of the parts. So it will be decided whether this report of Paras will be added into CAG main report or not. So while CAG, let's say I'm CAG, I'm just checking off everything and I suddenly find, array Paras, how did you make the audit here? ऐसे कौन करता? So the question in exam is like, what if the audit report submitted by Paras, who is nothing but the auditor of the government company, is not liked by, listen to my words, not liked by, not liked in this is, I think that's very harsh words. He is not satisfied. That's a perfect word, I would say. CAG is not satisfied by it. So explain the further consequences. So you tell me what CAG can take the steps. So guys, there are two answers, like two options. CAG himself can go to the company and visit and just recheck everything. But you know, CAG is, I think, VIP, VVIP, I think very important person. So वहाँ पे ऐसा लिखा है, when you read section 143, that in that situation CAG has the right to send any person who will go recheck, reinvestigate everything, reinspect everything and will submit a fresh report. अब यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम हो गया, वही over there it is written any person, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? हाँ जी, अब क्या करोगे? So guys, इसका एक ही मतलब हो सकता है, वो any person, compulsory क्या होना चाहिए? CA in practice होना चाहिए. This is how you can, because otherwise if you are following 143, you are violating 140. If you are appointing anyone, भाई Christ University graduate student you sent and said that just check it. You utilized the powers given under section 143, but isn't it the violation of the section 139? Why? It is saying that only that person can be appointed as the auditor who has the same qualification to be appointed as the auditor of the company, and qualification is provided under section 141, जो clearly कहता है भाई CA के अलावा नहीं जा सकते. I would be more stressed when this provision is going to be amended, and trust me guys, it's going to be amended. Why? 141 is going to be amended, not today. I'm waiting for, let's say, 2 years, 3 years, because I told you CPA of India is also coming to India now, IIA pass out students. So when they become CPA of India, they will get the same qualification, same powers, just like the chartered accountant. So they are also allowed to do the audit of governments. So 141 you have to amend them. कोई रास्ता नहीं है, कोई रास्ता नहीं है. Okay. But am I clear till this? So far we have solved, I think, how many questions? 6. First auditor in government company, first auditor in other than government company, casual vacancy in case of government company, casual vacancy in case of non-government company. In casual vacancy in case of non-government company, 2 questions: due to resignation, due to other than resignation. Regular auditor appointment in non-government company, regular auditor appointment in case of government company, and its qualification eligibility criteria. So this is what we have done so far. This is what we have done so far. Students, am I clear in everyone's mind? यहाँ तक समझ में आया सभी लोगों को? अब क्या? Maybe you are thinking section 139 is over. नहीं बेटा, just it started, just it's begun. Let's talk about another section which is talking about very serious considerations, and that one is section 139 subsection 2. What's mentioned in 139 subsection 2? Okay, for that we have to understand the logic. Okay, now 139 subsection 2, it is talking about, if you want to understand समझ लो, it is talking about retirement of auditor by rotation. Retirement of auditor by rotation. Okay, let's continue with this. Okay, I think Dhanush should please try to explain me what is retirement of auditor by rotation.
Sir, after the tenure of the auditor, usually for 5 years, the auditor is appointed on a particular company. That is between the first AGM and sixth AGM. After sixth AGM, what?
After 6th AGM word. Okay,
That is
it is talking about that. Okay, anyone remembers like these are the contents from the third semester, like Shreyas? You don't know Matru? Okay, fine. So because I was thinking कि मुझे कितना pitch करना है यहाँ पे, don't matter fresh first year students, आपके first year में audit नहीं है ना. चलिए बात करते हैं रिटायरमेंट की. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वाई 139 सबसेक्शन 2 इज देयर, वाई बात हम करते हैं रिटायरमेंट की. रिटायरमेंट का मीन्स व्हाट, कंपल्सरी रिटायरमेंट, वेदर यू वांट यू डोंट वांट, यू हैव टू टेक लीव. Okay, you tell me one thing, as auditor is what kind of position? I meant to say that serious position or just like a company's employee, like normal casual position. Okay, it's very serious. Okay, he's appointed there for what? To find the fraud, not exactly to find the frauds and errors, but to check that everything is true and fair or not. Company is maintaining true and fairness or not. ये सब financial statements wise. तो आप इसके लिए वहां पे जाओगे. First year you gone over there, went over there. You are very strict. I come. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Comes in. Okay, sir. Take it. Second year, your level of strictness would be as it is or little bit down, slightly 2 or 3 or 5%. Psychological. This is not lawful question. It's a psychological question. It is just like if you are a new professor or new school teacher. पहले जाओगे तो hey sit down down. धीरे धीरे क्या हो जाओगे, casual हो जाओगे. Second year, the level of strictness would be what? Little bit low. Third year, fourth year. I'm telling you guys, if you are consistently working for the 20 years in one company, at the 21st year, guys, I'm challenging, if the company is making the fraud, you will not disclose that. Because, क्या याद आएगा? Now you're friends. You and your company both are what? Friends. Company is paying you a good amount of money. In fact, just because of the company's network and the contacts, you have got the ample amount of auditing work in the other network. So how can you expose the directors saying that they are wrong? Something will not let you to perform your professional duties well. Are hai na? And you will misuse your powers. How much possibility is there? How much probability is there that these kinds of things may happen? It's a lot. But I am sorry to say, it's a 70 years of independence. Government of India woke up in 2013. So till 1949, since 1949 till 2013, guys, the government was blind. It could not understand the relationship between the company and the client. Because if consistently I am your consultant since last 25 years, 26th year onwards, if I detected something, if I leak it in my audit report, guys, because audit report is a public information. Are hai na? Your shares price will go down by 50%. So board will request me, "Arey bhai mat karna chirag, chhodna." So I will try to recall the friendship of my last 25 years, and I will not report it. Have I done good or have I done bad? I'm asking you something. I have done very much bad, isn't it? I am betraying those people who have shown the faith in me. As being a lawmaker, guys, आप क्या करोगे? As being lawmaker, isn't it a serious problem as being a government? Assume you are the part of the government. आप क्या करोगे?
It is not necessary that you need to have a 20-year relationship.
or even let's say even 10 years, 8 years, man,
It
bro.
will happen within 10 days only.
It can be anything. That's the question. I'm telling you how. Okay, this relation, isn't it a curse for the economy of this country, and isn't it the risk to all those thousands of investors who are investing in the company? As being the lawmaker, don't you think you should make some policies? I'm asking you a simple question. What you will do? पार्स बोला ऐसे पता नहीं क्या करेंगे. अच्छा, आप मैक्सिमम पीरियड ऑफ ऑडिट करोगे. हाँ चलो बता दो, आपने कुछ पीरियड डाल दिया यहाँ पे, उसके बाद अच्छा उसके बाद चला जाएगा. अच्छा दूसरा ऑडिटर आएगा. He has a point. He's saying that we will say that once you have completed this many years in a company, then you can't continue. In place of you, somebody else will come. I think I accept it. But isn't it unfair to me?
Yeah, then we won't have
Sir, I know this. So you cannot continue for two consecutive periods. But 5 years, then you have to wait.
Consecutive periods मतलब समझ ही नहीं है यार.
5 साल कनेक्ट करेंगे तो 5 साल करोगे तो अगले 5 साल करेंगे.
Dhanush, what's your answer in this? Did you get the problem? If I taking this answer that okay fine, you after completing my certain period, I won't continue. So what have you done with me? You are trying to say that once I completed that particular period, let's say 5 years, 10 years, whatever, you are saying that for the whole life now you cannot go again to that company. Isn't it unfair to me?
Yes. So the point is not about the tenure at all, sir, because the really what
Exactly, it's about to break that relation. ये बात है. And that's why you cannot put the ban, complete ban, on the auditor that once you have completed the tenure in the audit, you can't go back there. You can't put like this. Guys, come on, आप सभी ने 139 subsection 2 समझ ली. And this is, who said guys you don't deserve to be the lawmaker's position? You are, you have this. क्योंकि आप जानते हो, I didn't teach you 139 subsection 2. And even as you admitted that you don't recollect what was taught in the BCom classes. So right now, whatever answers you are giving now, that is just from your intuitions. और वो perfect है. So as being a lawmaker guys, what you will consider? First of all, you want to break the relation. ये आपका main objective है. We are least bothered about the small scale companies. We are more concerned about the large scale companies. So second thing is like you will not implement these provisions to all the companies, but only to some set of companies which are meeting some minimum requirements in the terms of paid up capital, in the terms of turnover, in the terms of net worth, in the terms of profit.
sir, that time you said that due to 60 days, when the new auditor is not appointed, the whole auditor is continuing.
That is something what you have to do under compulsion. That's how to do compulsion. It's simple. Like if I have hired you as my employee, I don't like your service. I want to hire somebody else. But until I find the new one, I have to continue.
But he is the
Exactly. Say notwithstanding section 139 subsection 2 में ये point आएगा. Because if you are continuing for one more year, it doesn't affect much in the conflict of interest. That's why the law has taken the stand. It's also logical now until you find the new one. Let's get it continued. Why?
Sir, then that should have been mentioned, sir.
It is mentioned. I'm telling you under which section it's mentioned. It is there.
Oh.
Under section, I now recollecting 139 subsection 2 under some paragraphs. I think the rules or not, I'm not sure, but कहीं पे ये बात लिखी हुई है. क्योंकि बेटा I may make mistakes in numbers. I may mistake in next AGM या वो उसमें मिस्टेक हो सकती है. लॉजिक में मिस्टेक नहीं हो सकती. बिकॉज दूसरा नाम लॉ का लॉजिक है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ. तो लेट मी टेल यू गाइस, एज बीइंग अ लॉ मेकर आप क्या करोगे? एज बीइंग द लॉ मेकर यू विल कंसीडर व्हाट फर्स्ट? It doesn't apply to all the companies. It applies to. So guys, your first question to your exam is which is the class of companies to which the section 139 subsection 2 is applicable. So guys, one thing is crystal clear, it doesn't apply to everyone. Second, आप क्या करना चाहोगे? Your main intention is not to prohibit auditor for the lifetime, but your main intention is just to break what? So how can you maintain that breaking of relation pattern? सीधे सी बात है. As soon as you realize the relation is developing, you cut it down and make them separate for some time. देखो, आई एम सॉरी ऑन रिकॉर्ड मैं बोल रहा हूँ, कॉलेज में होते हैं तो लड़के को लड़की से प्यार हो जाता है, लड़की को लड़के से प्यार हो जाता है, और फिर एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट आया है बाजार में, लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रिलेशनशिप. धनुष हैज एक्सपीरियंस में भी. उसमें क्या होता है, यू नो, आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग स्कूल्स और मे बी कॉलेज, शी गोज समवेयर एल्स एंड ही goes somewhere else, but 6 months they are talking very good. Just ask after 2 years. He finds someone else, she finds someone else, in majority of the cases. So guys, आप अभी समझे नहीं बेटा.
And then, for the moment, assistant teacher, like they were both and find you one. They would understand the assistant teacher and I become.
That is also fine, but
And this is how the company.
exactly. But you see, what I'm saying is, you had a bond. You had a. Now, Dhanush is a very good point. You keep it separate. पहले separate कर दो. मतलब क्या, पहले आप साथ में थे, फिर ऐसा लॉ लेके आओ कि कंपल्सरी सेपरेशन, एंड दैट सेपरेशन पीरियड, नॉट ओनली सेपरेशन, यू कांट मीट ईच अदर फॉर सम पीरियड, ऐसा डाल दो. एंड नाउ आफ्टर दैट, let's say you say that you don't need to meet up till the 5 years. If you're meeting and that 5 years is the continuous, you're meeting after 5 years. Do you know, guys, you may know each other, but you're just like a new to each other. You'll always start with hi, how are you, what did you do in these 5 years. No, come on guys, this is pure psychology. बोले सही है नहीं है? If you do not want to get the bond developed, आपको क्या करना होगा? Break the relation. Compulsory have the gap. Compulsory have the continuous gap. Means you are not allowed to meet each other for these many years. And now if you're meeting, guys, you're not interested in each other, because 5 years is a very huge gap. Yes or no? Now if you're meeting, guys, you're meeting without a bond, and that's what the government wants. That's what exactly the government wants. Come on guys, I'm not sure that what I'm doing, like how I'm doing, but my concern is like, I'm discussing everything in the context of the root, like how the law was made, what psychological patterns in the points had been considered. Clear? I need to pick up one phone, please. हाँ का, अरे नहीं, सुनील सर ने दिया हुआ तो हमारा कंटिन्यू करना कुछ. એ બધું થઈ જાય, બધું થઈ જાય, ટેન્શન ના બરાબર. એ હા, ટેન્શન નથી, એ હા છે. ओके, ओके, गैप अभी नहीं करना है. So I think it was a master stroke. I salute the IAS officer or the IRS officer who comes up with this wonderful idea. Maybe he has the experience from here, right? कि अगर ऐसा ऐसा करोगे तो जो आपकी इंटेंशन है कि CA can continue but without that feel, क्योंकि feel creates influence. We don't want CA to get influence so that he can perform his professional duties well.
So, how does the government keep track on whether they are in contact or not?
Contact, I don't have any problem. Officially, you should not be the auditor.
So you talk about the field, so they can go field, they can still keep it intact.
No, again, I think Chetan is a point. ट्रैक की बात नहीं, उसके लिए एक साइकोलॉजिकल कंसेप्ट समझाता हूँ. मातृ got elected as a chief minister of Karnataka. He won the election. For the next 5 years, how your relation would be with him? Trust me guys, earlier you were friends, but now you will consider him something above the friends. And trust me, definitely for your business purpose, you will try to use Mr. Matru. That's quite common or not? To get some of the projects funded by the government, you will try to convince him. And as he is your friend, he will do that also. That is happening in the practical. So the man who has a good contacts in the market, especially politicians, he can be a very good businessman. What if next election he lost? You are in contact, but now your attitude and approach towards him. So I don't don't have any problem if you are in the contact. You are in the contact without powers. Without, because now abhi aaj ek baat samjho. Now as Chetan you understand, let's Matru lost the election of chief minister, Paras become new chief minister. Earlier you were used to send Rolex like watches, gift में दिया था तूने मातृ को, अब इस दिवाली पे just one sweet packet, that's all. But now the Rolex watch will go to whom? अब पारस को जाएगी. Party change. So guys, you were auditor, that's why company was giving you value. Now if you are keeping the contact without that auditorship, the power gone. So you are in contact, but you are not of any use for the company because no threat. अब क्या उखाड़ लोगे तुम? Earlier there was a chance that you could detect the frauds. अब क्या कर लोगे? अब तू हो ही नहीं auditor. So there are a lot of questions जो आप पूछ रहे हो, but उसका आंसर साइकोलॉजी में छिपा हुआ है. ध्यान रखिए बच्चा. I don't know आप इस बात को मानेंगे या नहीं मानेंगे, प्यार पोजीशन में छिपा होता है जनाब, आदमी में नहीं. I will not ask you to elaborate this. ठीक है, पोजीशन बदली आपका एटीट्यूड बदल जाएगा. ऐसा ही है कि जब तक हस्बैंड मोर मेल मेंबर्स, तो आई विल चेंज इट. अगर वाइफ पैसे वाली है, एज डजंट मैटर. ठीक है, पैसे गए तो क्या होगा आप जानते हैं, और यही होगा. क्यों? यही प्रकृति का सिद्धांत है. डू यू रियली थिंक दैट यू आर वर्किंग अकॉर्डिंग टू योर कैलकुलेशंस? अरे घर जा. Mother Nature is so powerful, it made you the illusion that you're working according to your wishes. Sorry, I'm here because universe has one powerful mathematical calculation algorithm. Just because of that I'm sitting and I'm saying like this. And that's why my way of life is like, whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm saying, that's not I'm made to say like this at that moment. कैसे? Universe. सच्ची बात बताओ बेटा, आपके विशेष जो आते हैं ना, वो भी आपके नहीं है, आपके डिजायर्स भी आपके नहीं है. यूनिवर्स वांट्स यू टू गो इन दैट डायरेक्शन. ये मेरा मानना है, ये मेरा मानना है. बिकॉज माई थिंकिंग इज अकॉर्डिंग टू माई एनवायरमेंट, और एनवायरमेंट क्रिएट करना किसके हाथ में? एग्जैक्टली. अच्छा, कुछ ज्यादा हो गया मेरे हिसाब से, वापस आ जाते हैं. नहीं, ये मैं बिलीव करता हूँ बेटा. If you crack the universal algorithm, no, you can predict the future. हमें ये लगता है कि सीए करना मेरा डिसीजन था. सॉरी बेटा, ये आपका नहीं था, वो उसने. पता नहीं इतना. डू यू बिलीव दैट यूनिवर्स इज द मोस्ट पावरफुल मशीन? द लेवल ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस जो यहाँ पे डाली है भाई, वो तो नेक्स्ट लेवल है ना. यू अंडरस्टैंड? They have created a machine which can reproduce the machine. अबे यार, इससे बड़ा क्या चाहिए अभी? Can leave the traces. Your brain is gone, but your upcoming generation will continue with the same brain processor. अबे, so sorry, I'm not here to go for the philosophy, बच्चा. I know you're interested, but मेरा syllabus रह जाएगा, तो हम थोड़ा अभी continue करेंगे. So I hope you understood your both of the doubts, right? Got it? 139 subsection 2. So guys, I hope now I made it clear.
Yeah.
So let me now make it very clear here that if you are individual, because if I speak about the auditor of the company, either you can appoint any individual as your auditor, or the second is you can appoint any firm. But now there are two questions. How maximum this auditor can continue in one company? In what, bacha? In one company which is classified companies. Why I'm using the word classified? Because these rules don't apply to other than class companies. So in fact I think it's my mistake. एक काम करते हैं, इसके बाद अपन ले लेते हैं. If you're individual in that class of company, if the company falls in that class, one individual maximum can continue for how many years? 5 years. And after 5 years, ब्रेक ऑफ. देखो अब आंसर आ रही है आपकी. बॉस भाई, मेरे को यही चाहिए. बच्चे बोल रहे 139 तो याद नहीं रहता, मैंने कहा पागल, क्लास में बैठ जा, याद करवा के छोड़ूंगा तुझे। लॉजिक है ना, ठीक है। तो ब्रेक आएगा। एक्चुअली द वर्ड ब्रेक इज not a professional word. The word what they have used over there is the cooling period. Now I don't know why the lawmakers use this official word of cooling. So is it like this that continuously 5 years if he's working in the company is getting so hot that we need to cool him down, right? So cooling period of of अब कूलिंग पीरियड में ब्रेक कितना लेना है आपको? गलत बेटा, इट इज कंटिन्यूस 5 years। आप ध्यान रखो, डोंट मेक मिस्टेक, नहीं ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है बेटा। लॉ में आप जानते हो हाईएस्ट कितने आए हैं? 78 हाईएस्ट आए हैं, मैंने बोला या आपको पता चला? 78 इज द हाईएस्ट नंबर। तो ये छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स आपको ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी, जो मैं क्लास में बता रहा हूँ उसको नोट करते रहिएगा आप। कंटिन्यूस 5 years, आई थिंक आप जानते नहीं बेटा, कंटिन्यूस 5 years, इफ द कंटिन्यूस वर्ड वाजंट देयर माय आंसर कुड बी डिफरेंट। इफ द वर्ड कंटिन्यूस इज देयर माय आंसर इज डिफरेंट। हाउ कम? गाइस लेट मी टेल यू व्हाट इज द लीगल सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ हैविंग दिस वर्ड कॉल्ड कंटिन्यूस 5 years। गाइस इफ यू हैव कंप्लीटेड योर 5 years and you have taken the break of 4 years, 11 months and 29 days, you are still hot. What I am trying to say guys, if you have completed just the 4 years, you can't be reappointed. You can't be reappointed in the same company. Yeah, I also want to tell you, you have to take the break from that company only. It doesn't mean that from all the companies. अरे ऐसा नहीं है भाई, from that company. So if you want to continue the other company, most welcome यार। So it is not actually attack on your income. समझे बात? So until you continuously complete minimum 5 years, you are not eligible. So in exam, if the question like this, that person has already completed 5 years and from that completion already 4 years left, can auditor be reappointed? Answer is no, because in order to get reappointed, he has to complete 5 years. In fact, in 2013, I was used to ask one question. Assume that 1 year auditor worked, other is a break. ठीक है, आप ऐसे समझो 1 year worked, then break, then 1 worked, then break, 1 worked, break, worked, break, worked. Now you look at over here. I'm asking you the question for this period. How many breaks he has taken so far? So answer is crystal clear. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4 and this 5. Can he be appointed for the next 5 years? Answer is, because he has already completed 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 years. Already he has, come on guys, already he has completed. So if the auditor says, are you already taken the break of 5 years? Look, break of 1 year, second year, third, 4 and this is 5. No. अब देखो बेटा, that is what the implication. क्या लिखा है यहाँ पे? Exactly. Tanush, I hope you are understanding what I am saying.
Sir, after the first year, he's taking a break, sir.
Huh.
And the third year, he can be appointed.
Exactly.
Then the last one also he can be appointed.
The last year he can't be appointed. The reason is he has already completed 5 years without break. Without break of continuous 5 years. Bacha. Got the point?
You have to look at the break.
Exactly. Don't look at the tenure. You have to look at the. Look, guys. It's a very difficult question. I'm telling you. Look, how does it happen? Because every appointment will happen for the continuous 5 years now. So you appointed for the 5 years, but after completing 1 year you resigned. You took a break of 1 year. Again you joined for the 5 years. Again you resigned. But let me tell you, when you are getting joined for the second year, the number of years are not 5. It's now only 4. If you are the auditor in the, if you are the auditor in the class company, class you understand, which is falling in that particular definition. So in fact, have you understood continuous 5 years? Okay. What if it's a firm? Firm means more than one partners, or also you can call. अच्छा एक बात समझो बच्चा. What about LLP? What about LLP? Because today Deloitte is not a firm, so we cannot use the big four firms. They are now big four LLPs. My question to you is simple सा question है. सीधे से सवाल है. LLP में क्या लागू होगा? अरे वो बात नहीं करो पागल, ये कह रहा हूँ whether 139 subsection 2 will be applicable on LLP or not, ये मेरी सवाल है. Because you see, these provisions are applicable to individual and firm. LLP word is not mentioned. So Deloitte now can say this 5 years break is applicable to individual and the firm. As we are not individual nor the firm, and therefore this break doesn't apply to me. So we can continue without continuous break. Is this argument correct? Answer is no. Why? Because the law says firm includes LLP. So what is the interpretation? Wherever the word firm is used in the chapter of audit, it's just not a partnership firm, it also includes LLP. Am I clear? Alright. Fine. So if firm, okay, for the firm, how many years? I think Shreyas, I want to ask you. Tell me. If you are a partnership firm, then you can continue how long?
5 years.
Just only 5 years. Matra? Bhavna wants to answer? Okay, but now be very careful what I'm saying here. Why? The language I'm putting it is the two consecutive terms, means back to back you can continue. Consecutive terms of 5 years. ये होना चाहिए. This is the real text. Now I know what the normal human brain is thinking. Come on, guys, if you want to be want to crack the CA exam smoothly, increase your analytical capabilities. Try to see beyond the lines. Two consecutive terms of the 5 years. Look, while I'm checking the paper, what stupidity you're making in answer is, what do you think? Like two consecutive terms of the 5 years, so ultimately it is 10 years. So firm can be appointed for the 10 years. So you're writing this and coming out of exam hall and I know the answer. Yeah, firm means 10 years. What if I use the word 10 years in the law, and what if I use the word two consecutive terms of the 5 years in the law? Interpretation remains same or changes? Acha, Bhavna says changes. Matru, what's your answer? Interpretation remains same or changes? If actually law gives this text, what is the text? Two consecutive years of the 5 years. So 5 years of the two terms is equal to. So instead of the above sentence, if you are writing the 10 years in exam, answer remains valid or it becomes wrong? Achha, wrong. I am interested to know the reason. गलत कैसे हो जाएगा? Pardon?
Same as the previous example you took. You take 1 year, 1 year today. That would be the case.
But why it's a consecutive? Once like consecutive, you understand it's a continuous. So 5 years.
Only 10 years is
But if I'm writing an exam 10 years word instead of two consecutive terms of 5 years, so what's the wrong in the interpretation wise?
So it's not consecutive.
It's consecutive. First I have completed 5 years and then I'm continuing the remaining 5 years. Pardon?
10 years, that whatever the facts are in we cannot tell that all those.
That's 5. If I want to name it first 5 and the second 5, what's wrong? Because 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. That's what the maths teaches us.
They can go 1 to 5, term, and then maybe 1 or 2 years.
6 to 10, another one.
No, 7 to
6 to 1. No, Yes.
So consecutive.
The consecutive doesn't mean that you have to take a break in between.
No, that's not. She's talking about the 10 years.
Sir, if you write consecutive 10 years,
It's simple 1 to 6.
No.
Then 7th to next 5. In that way you have to consider. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 maybe.
maybe you have got 5 years, you are referring to 5 engines of the
ऐसा नहीं है बेटा. आइए उसका मैं आपको लॉजिक बताता हूँ. We are discussing one of the most complex provisions of the law. That's the 139 subsection 2. वो समझिए बात को.
So I guess one term gets completed. So from the term when it got completed, from that day till the next should be according.
But it doesn't make sense ना यार. Instead of that you would have appointed him for the first 10 years. Ultimately,
It's consecutive. It's just.
अरे no, I'm talking you the object wise यार. The consequence you're sticking to the word.
Because in days of individual is 5 years. So that respect they are taking just to consecutive 5
नहीं
years.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. आइए मैं आपको बताता हूँ बच्चा रियल लॉजिक क्या है इसके पीछे. Who appoints the auditor? Listen to my words. No matter for the 5 years. अरे भाई नॉन गवर्नमेंट कंपनी की बात हो रही है. बोर्ड अपॉइंट करता है. अरे वो तो फर्स्ट में और कैजुअल में आता है यार. Whose tenure is just up to next AGM. I'm talking about a subsequent regular auditor. कौन अपॉइंट करता है? अच्छा वो मैंने नहीं बताया. बोर्ड रेकमेंड करता है. अपॉइंट अरे मैंने पहले ही बताया यार. He is the representative of. And by passing ordinary resolution, he gets appointed for the now 5 years. So, who approves the auditor? Shareholders. Anyone who is disliked by the shareholders cannot continue as the auditor. But let me tell you, the law is trying to say that if you want to enter into a contract with the auditor, you can take maximum 5 years in one single ordinary resolution. Man has completed 5 years, the first term of the 5 years. On what resolution? Single resolution. Are you getting my point? Then second time, if he wants to continue for the next 5 years, he has to again go to shareholders, touch their feet and tell, bhai please vote in my favor. And if again the ordinary resolution is passed in his favor, then he can continue. So guys, this is not 10, it is 5 and 5. That means here there is a separate ordinary resolution, and once it gets completed, another ordinary resolution. Guys, has it been ever happened? I don't know what was your experience, because still you are youngster, so might be you don't have that experience, that in the election after voting you feel regret. Arey shit yaar, what rubbish I have voted. But now you can't do anything because the next election is happening after 5 years. What else you can do? Nothing. But what if, guys, the same way I'm telling you, if I'm appointing a person for the continuous 10 years, that means how many ordinary resolutions are getting passed? Only one. And the next resolution will come to the picture after completing 10 years. So ultimately, even if how the bad auditor is performing, shareholders will not get a chance to re-examine him. So guys, this 5 years 2 terms, it is the second term is nothing but the exam of the auditor. If his performance is liked by the shareholders, he will continue, and if he is not liked and the resolution lost, he has to vacate the office. And as soon as, guys, he got rejected by the shareholders, now whatever vacancy is created, that's called the casual vacancy, guys. So here be a question hai. For the first 5 years, auditor is appointed. At the time of getting reappointed in the second term, shareholder ne kya kiya? Dropped him.
So, sir, if this is the case for individual and for individual, he doesn't have the right to become the auditor of that particular firm of second consecutive
No,
year.
not at all.
But the firm has.
The firm has, the reason is firm has more than one chartered accountants.
Sir, when the same chartered accountant comes,
Lawyers, but let's have a wonderful round of applause. But a question pucha, can the same chartered accountant continue for the second term? Law is silent. Law is silent. Law is silent. All you studied the third semester, especially you 3. कहीं पे भी ऐसा नहीं लिखा है that if you are, देखो क्योंकि ये टू consecutive terms to the firm लिखा है. At the end of the day, firm and company mutually will decide which human will continue to audit, who will come to audit. So if they want Chirag Akhani for the second term, most welcome, it's not violation. Law ने ये नहीं कहा. If you read 139 subsection 2 very carefully, nowhere it is mentioned that as soon as one partner has completed the audit, second term must have to be executed by another partner only. Same is disqualified. Nowhere it is mentioned. So answer to your question is same may continue. But did you understand the logic behind why the 5 plus 5? Bolo, after 5 years, automatically the shareholders will get a chance to automatically, listen to my words, automatically he will get a chance to reappoint based on your performance, based upon your performance. ये एक बात हुई है. Now next point what I would like to discuss is break. That means not about the lunch break, I know that also you are thinking of, but this cooling period. If you are a firm and once the 2 consecutive terms are completed, अब क्या करोगे बेटा? Cooling period आएगा, but how long it will be? Because it's a 10 years. So should I keep it here 10 or I should keep it 5? But the answer to this question is 5 years. Are you getting it? So break तो 5 का ही रहेगा, क्योंकि 5 साल बहुत होते हैं भाई, बहुत होते हैं. Okay, so maybe you're thinking कि 139 subsection 2 is over. नहीं बच्चा, अभी तो शुरू हुई है. PwC has audited suppose TCS, and the partner who signed the audit report was let's say here Dhanush. Now Dhanush left PwC and joined Deloitte.
Sir, this was
अच्छा आप पूछना चाहते थे, अभी यार. Dhanush left PwC and went to Deloitte. Deloitte का नाम तो सुना होगा. अरे भाई इसे तो सुना होना चाहिए. Now what's the problem is, earlier Dhanush was working in PwC which has already completed the 2 consecutive terms. 5 plus 5, I'm telling you, both the terms are completed. So PwC is out of the competition now. Deloitte is the new auditor, proposed new auditor. But what's the objection is, Dhanush has already worked over there. Now he's transferred here. How can he continue here? And if he's continuing in Deloitte, how can Deloitte be appointed as the new partner? So that's what my question is. One partner is leaving the old firm and joining the new firm. Can new firm be appointed as the auditor for the next 2 consecutive terms? The answer we will give after the lunch. ठीक है? I think I informed that Sunil sir is not coming, so I will continue. So let's complete, because 139 is over now, bhai. So after that 141 is little bit, बाकी सब easy होगा. और I would tell you that अगर इतना हो गया, so I would say almost 60% to 65% of your syllabus comes to the end यार. कितना हमने डिविडेंड कर लिया, अकाउंट्स कर लिया, ऑडिट. ठीक है. All right, take your time. We will meet after the lunch.